Hey Tigers, I'm Josh, bringing you some information about the Performing Arts Fundraiser, relationship violence prevention, and an exclusive view into Miss Weaver's pilot training.
I'm Emma, talking about community service awards and futsal signups.
And I'm Catherine with the Tiger Sports. Here's the news and announcements
you need to know.
Hey Tigers, Slow HS Performing Arts is having another fundraiser. Come to Chipotle on Madonna between 4 and 8 or use the code C2K3Z8F or show the flyer to donate 33% of proceeds to Slow HS Performing Arts.
Now it is the time to submit your Mayor's Award for Community Service and Principal Student Service Award verification forms. Any student may earn these awards for their cumulative 80 hours of community service. Verification forms may be found on the Counseling Department website or in the College and Career Office. All verification forms are due to Mrs. Martin no later than Friday, May 13th.
Close to Home, a program that mobilizes students to design and implement their own solutions to sexual and relationship violence, is looking for more volunteers. If interested, you can email kfields@alumnialliance.org.
Futsal signups have started. Sign the QR code out of the ASB room to sign up. There will be teams of 5.
TNN reporter Angie Gonzalez has an amazing video about Miss Weaver's brand new flying expedition.
Hey Tigers, I'm TNN reporter Angie, and one of our English teachers here on campus has gotten into flying this past year, and I went out to get more on this new hobby.
Hi, I'm Liz Weaver. I teach English here at San Luis Obispo High School, and this is my second year. I took up flying. It's a very long story, and it happened over COVID when, we had a lot of downtime. But the long and the short of it is, my biological father was a pilot, and I have very vivid memories of flying with him as a child. And I had befriended a pilot in the course of living in Washington for a year. And right about that time, I started having this reoccurring dream where I was a small child sitting in the right seat of the plane, and my dad was sitting in the left seat of the plane. And this was something that had actually happened, but in the dream, I looked over, I smiled at my dad, he smiled at me, I looked back, and I wasn't a little girl anymore, I was a grown-up. And I looked back to him, and he was gone. And I wasn't afraid, and I wasn't scared, and I wasn't worried. I was just flying the plane. So started to pursue that, look into it, figure out what it would take, the time, the resources, the money. And through a series of lucky happenstances, I have been flying for a year now.
This hobby has even taught her new perspectives about once being a student again.
Trying to remember what it's like to be a learner, to have that grit and that tenacity, and to know that I don't have to do it right the first time. Those are always lessons I want to have in my tool belt as a teacher. And so that's been a huge component in how my hobbies have influenced what I do at school.
We asked her what are some of her new hopes with this hobby.
I would love to be able to spend summers and weekends doing piloting, to get additional certifications, additional licenses. So I'd love to continue to do all of those, and then maybe spend my retirement years, not retired, but flying. I love the idea of owning a plane, which is really not practical, and just, hey, what do you want to do this weekend? I don't know, let's go to Santa Barbara, or let's go to Seattle, or let's go to Denver. I think it'd be awesome.
She wants to eventually be able to own her own place so she can fly on her own. And we wish her the best of luck.
Wow, Miss Weaver, that was really fly. But I've got a question for you. Will invisible airplanes ever take off? No, I just can't see them taking off. Now to the sports.
Hey Tigers, it's Catherine with the sports. Tomorrow, varsity softball faces off with Mission Prep at home at 4:30, and varsity tennis has CIF playoffs. Here's some updates on CIF from Santi.
Last Thursday, our tennis team played the CIF semifinals against Clovis North in a tie match, where the score was 5-3. Ian Cabriña led the team winning his match with an easy 2-0. Elliot also won his match with key plays and, in the opinion of the public, the MVP of the match. The third game was won by Jack, who, despite the fact that his rival did not make it easy for him. And finally, the most important and decisive victory was the victory in doubles featuring the sophomores Ian and Nick, in which they dominate in the clutch, and thanks to their victory, they make Slow High qualify for the CAF final, which will be the Tuesday. We hope to see you there.
That was a very cool video, Santi. Another sports anchor, Emery, has some highlights from the league swimming competition. Thanks, Emery. Now back to Josh and Emma with Lunch in History.
For lunch today, we will be having a beef pretzel dog, a grilled cheese sandwich, turkey BLT, and as always, the local cheese and cracker box.
And on this day in U.S. history in 1992, the final episode of Golden Girls aired on NBC TV.
That's all for today, Tigers. See you tomorrow.